Take one.
Oh. This is Ashley Wilcott, Jack Rice, and Josh Schiffer.
With the freedom to do this and really get into how we feel, why we do it, where we've been, that's something we can't do there, we can do.
If I could do this for free, I would do it for free.
This is the real us, and it's really practicing lawyers talking about the stuff that makes us happy, satisfied lawyers because we really like the law.
This is our lives. We have been up close and personal in some of the most impossible circumstances you could ever imagine.
This is going to be
This is the whole thing.
the first original sizzle reel of Project Emmy.
All right, behind the scenes, after dark, whatever you want to call it, here's the reality. Josh Schiffer, Jack Rice, Ashley Wilcott, I adore you both. And we have so much fun and so much chemistry when we talk about this. We, I might mean these two, but no,
please,
honestly,
it's not
when we
just
get into these discussions, have so much fun. It is just amazing. So I don't do defense. I never have. I don't have it in me. That's not my thing. Juveniles, judge, yes. Children, protect, yes. Gentlemen, I have to then ask you what everybody wants to know. Ooh, a criminal defense attorney. Why? Why? How can you defend these people?
You don't like my
accused of
sticky,
horrible
creepy,
things?
horrible guy who does terrible things to people just like you and your family?
No,
All
who
right,
has, decides that their daughter's a good person to mate with. I mean, this happens.
Here's the great
I'll
part
spend the rest
about
of the
the
evening
system.
trying to get that out of my head. Thanks.
I mean, though, it's true. These
Oh
are
my God.
terrible. All right.
Facts don't matter. My client is important as a person, and I have deep personal connections with them. But really what's happening when someone is facing a criminal charge is the government is trying to do its job, which I generally support. I pay taxes and want a peaceful, wonderful community. But I don't trust big organizations. That's part of my character. I've been the victim of power disparities. I've been the one who it was big against small, and I ended up getting the raw end, and that really touches me. So my job, it's about standing up for people who are trying to tell the story of what happened against the allegations of a state that has pretty much unlimited resources and power and education, and it's what the jury is going to always love the state, and the judges love the state, and everybody there is dressed up for the state. I love being that person who has the freedom to stand up and tell someone else's story.
And I think it resonates that there are cases that are overcharged, meaning anybody could be overcharged. Why would you do it? Why do you represent really the worst of the worst? Let's just be honest, the worst of the worst of people of humanity.
My grandparents worked in the fields. My parents never graduated from high school. Nobody in my entire extended family ever went to college. I didn't know any lawyers. I look like a banker. I know that. I'm not a banker. At the same time, while I never knew any lawyers, I have a whole bunch of relatives who were in like Chino State Prison, Lompoc Federal Facilities. I knew those people. Those were my people. That's what I grew up with. So the idea that you're standing on one street pointing at the people on the other side, I am the other side. These were my people. So the idea that I would represent the worst of the worst told me one thing. I also know those people to be good people in some ways. Great people in some ways. Better people than me in some ways. And so because of that, to understand what that means that to represent the worst of the worst is to represent all of us. And I'm not just saying that in some trite way. I actually mean it. Because when I look at these people, they look like me. I look into their eyes. They look like my children. They look like my parents. They look like my grandparents. Because you know what? They are.
And you're both protecting all of our rights. We've talked about this. You have to protect our individual rights. And a good criminal defense attorney does that every single day.
Bam!
Thank y'all.